I'm Jeremy from Rockland Wheels with the Kawasaki Teryx in the 2-seater format and the 4-seater format. These machines we've had, they brought us the 4-seater in 2012, and it's went through a couple variations. Started life as a 750, then an 800, and then we got the redesigned package here. The one thing to note that is different with the Kawasaki Teryx than every other single machine on the market is the 4-seater was designed first. So the 4-seater is not a chopped 2-seater where they stretch it out and make it work. The 4-seater is in fact built as a 4-seater. The cool thing with this guy is you've got space for 4 adults in here, and I'll show you. I'll sit inside of there for you. And it still has a 62-inch wide chassis, but it's not too long that when you're going through the trails, it's still going to be nimble, but with 4 passengers. So they both run the same engine, which is a V-twin 800cc engine with plenty of power, with the high and the low range. And there's quite a bit of stuff where Kawasaki puts money in that other manufacturers don't, and you can feel that in the ride, you can feel that in the way it's built solid, and it's definitely why they back it up with a 3-year warranty. If you build a machine this strong, you can trust that it's going to last. This is the base Teryx, so they also make an LE version and everything, but as the base model, you still get some nice lights. If we go to the LE, we'll get some LED lights there on the inside and the outside. They're all equipped with the Fox podium shocks, where we can adjust the dampening as well, nice and easy on all 4 corners. They got the nice powder coated A-arms on all the machines, a nice sway bar to give you good traction. Big steel skid plates right from the factory with a bighorn tire, which these are proven tires. We've put this on afterwards on a lot of stock machines. This one comes with it, so it makes life quite a bit easier. And you got a nice big bumper. We can put the winches and all that stuff on there. Just a really nice machine. And if you look at everything, the size of the tie rods and everything, they're built to last. On the 4-seater, you do have an adjustable front driver's seat with that you don't need any tools, and adjustable steering. All EPS, all of the Teryxes are now EPS. And when you sit in here, you've got a nice straight up riding position with the steering nice in there. Your gauge package is geared towards the driver. We've got access to all our buttons, our shifters, and our handbrake. Everything is nice and easy to reach. Nice cup holders and a big storage box as well. And you got that protection with these half doors. Also get the standard half door for the back passenger with the big bar. And see, I'm 6 feet, not a small guy. I've got knee room, I've got room here, I've got headroom, and I'm stadium seating. So I'm a little bit higher than the driver, so then I can see everything as well. So interactive for 4 passengers, including 4 adults. That's a big plus of the Kawasaki Teryx 4. And pretty much the only one in the market that offers something like that. The Kawasaki Teryx 800. I'm in the 4-seater right now, but in theory there should be no difference between a 2 and a 4-seater in terms of driving. Having driven both, I can tell you there isn't. So let's get it going. So very responsive chassis, lots of power, good brakes. It definitely gives you a commanding view of where you're driving. You sit in a position that there's not really any blind spots. Everything feels really good. And the mud is staying under the chassis, which is nice. This takes the bumps and everything very well. Those Fox shocks reacting the way they should. Just tons of power. Nothing lacking in the power department, especially on a 4-seater. Very comfortable, and the seats have to be the most comfortable I've sat in any machine. Just nice and pleasant, a lot of support in the back.
know, a little bit of a technical hill. Just like no problem. You can feel how solid this machine is built. There's no squeaks or rattles or nothing. Yeah, big thumbs up to the Kawasaki Teryx.
Nice cargo bed here, even for the 4-passenger, with some tie downs on there. Standard 2-inch receiver. And talking about where Kawasaki puts money where other people don't. A full stainless steel exhaust, so it's never gonna rot out on you. And the rear brake is a wet brake in that differential. So those discs and pads are never going through mud and grime. So a lot of high end there, and still with the adjustable suspension back here. Okay, so this is the Kawasaki Teryx 2. And if you were to chop it here and take the top cage off, it's the same layout as the Teryx 4. Because it already had a nice width, it already had a nice length, so they just made it more practical. We get a nice box bed here, and we get 2 really deep cases in the front here, but still all that same technology in the stainless exhaust and the wet brake that we find in the Teryx 4, but just with a lot of storage. If you come here and see where you have the wheel wells on the 4-seaters, in here you get these huge bins, and they're separate from our box that also dumps. And then we got the tailgate on there. So if you need to work with it, this Teryx is going to give you a little bit more practicality, all while keeping that same ride and keeping that same power and everything. So whether you're looking at the Teryx 4 or the Teryx 2, they definitely are front leading contenders in the market.